We're reading from Basho Saigyo's poetry, Poems of a Mountain Home. It's a rainy day in New York, May 27, 2018. We like Saigyo as one of our favorite poets because why? Saigyo Saigyo is he's likes to travel. He's a Buddhist, and he's solitary, and he loves nature, and he likes beauty. And what are the reasons we like Saigyo? He's just a good poet, huh?
He's the person.
Hmm? The person. Oh, you like the person behind the poems. Uh-huh. Yeah, he's a good person. He has friends. He writes in poetry. He used to be from the capital. Mm. Yeah, there's many reasons.
Not for one of those reasons.
What?
No. He's a good person not because of all the reasons you do. Because of his sensitivity.
The sensitivity. Well, yeah, he's sensitive. Anyways, we're reading from part 22, the last few poems of the poems from the Kikikakishi. They are poems in a light vein, so they're. It says, my love was real, yet treated as a joke. In that long ago childhood, how I felt it. Saigyo is apparently recalling some childhood infatuation that was dismissed lightly by the other party. My love was real, yet treated as a joke. In that long ago childhood, how I felt it.
Okay, fabric.
What?
Fabric. He said sadly, he was serious.
He took it seriously. He says in this one, overgrown with water shields, sunk in the pond, the upright stone no longer upright by the water's edge. The upright stone no longer upright, presumably conveys some kind of allegorical meaning. Some sort of upright, overgrown with water shields, sunk in the pond. The upright stone no longer upright by the water's edge.
It contained the water.
What's an upright stone, though? Is that an upright person, or
Or something that holds the water.
something that's been moved? Don't know exactly.
The water overflows.
We continue to read from Poems from a Mountain Home by Burton, Watson, translator of Saigyo's poetry. There he is. These are from, now it says from a series looking at pictures of hell. Okay, he says, hard as it is to be born a human being, having risen this high, who could fail to take warning, sink down again? It's a very, very cosmic poem. He recognizes the fact being born human being as a high state, and he's maybe covering reincarnation. Not an easy one to get. He says, ordinary unenlightened beings are believed to be subject to rebirth in one of 6 realms, which in ascending order are those of hell, hungry spirits, animals, asuras, human beings, and heavenly beings. The deeds one has done in previous lives determine which realm one will be reborn in. The human realm being next to the highest is difficult to be born in. but in it one may hear the teachings of Buddhism and learn not to commit the kind of evil deeds that will condemn one to rebirth in the lower realms. Oh, yeah, it's important we agree with this. Huh? Hard as it is to be born a human being, having risen this high, who could fail to take warnings and sink down again? Oh, yeah, it's not so wise to sink down. What?
To repeat again.
What?
You don't want to repeat even as human.
You don't want to repeat even human, but human's pretty high. But you don't want to fall down. Look at all those nature shows we saw, how they're all eating each other, and the lions attacking. And can you give some examples? Oh, the fish are all eating each other. It's like a nightmare. You could read your poem about, what's the name of your poem?
Eating Frenzy.
Eating Frenzy. So we could read Heracles' poem, Eating Frenzy.
Yeah, brain would be published.
Decide if you want to, decide if you want to reincarnate and enter into an eating frenzy. I would not want to reincarnate. That's why I'm studying Buddhism and studying Saigyo and meditating.
You're studying everybody.
Studying everybody, basically. And it's best to break the wheel of reincarnation now, not after death. I was just thinking, how do you reach the... how come the Lord Mara, how come I haven't met the armies of the angel of death to him, like Buddha did? Where's his army? I'm supposed to be broken forever. Anyways, let's just go on here. Looking at the pictures of hell. Did I hear you ask what the fires of hell are burning for? They burn away evil, and the firewood is you. Wow. Did I hear you ask what the fires of hell are burning for?
Oh, I don't read twice.
They burn away evil, and the firewood is you. Well, basically, that's it for the book. Here we have other. These are all the books in Columbia's Asia. See, Columbia has a pretty good Asian studies thing. Columbia. We're in New York City on a rainy day, and we're not listening to Sunday morning Baroque, but we're reading Saigyo. And we missed. Are we missing vegetarian cooking class because of the rain? Are we going to cook at home? But we're reading from Saigyo, only the moon high in the sky as an empty reminder. But if looking at it, we just remember our two hearts may meet. And Burton Watson is the translator. What else to say about this? We'll get the final pictures. We're done. Any comments about Saigyo? Saigyo was was the 12th century, and he was admired by Basho. Basho oftentimes would follow and read his poems and follow up to the locations that Saigyo had traveled to. He would go in his narrow road to the deep north. He would refer to some of Saigyo's poems. Of course, we like Basho a lot. We'll probably read more of Basho.
in my mental space, is close to Socrates.
Saigyo's close to Socrates. Well, he's a wise guy. Lovely. He's a nice, wise guy. Well, I don't know what else to say. We'll probably read more of him in the future, and we'll read Basho. And when are we going to Japan? Are we in Japan now?
Yeah, it feels like we are in a hut, in Basho's hut.
We're in Basho's hut?
Outside the hut.
We could go into... We could go to the Adirondacks into a cabin, let's say. We could wait for a rainy day, and then we could take Saigyo's book with us and read his poetry in a hut in the Adirondacks. So. Well, we could go to Japan and do it. Sit in a hot spring. Oh, well, I think we're happy with what we got. All right. We finished reading Saigyo's Poems of a Mountain Hut, translated Burton Watson. Watsonians.